Hello YouTube, this is Jerry D in Tennessee, talking about some stocks again today. Here I am, I've got my DeLarge shirt on, working on getting rid of, trying to kill cancer. It's a good organization for cancer research. So I'm going to put a link down in the description down below. A friend of mine on Twitter, it goes by Alex DeLarge, which is actually just a fictitious character from Clockwork Orange, but he's also a fellow trader. But that's his cancer charity for raising money to help kill cancer, because he recently lost his dad to cancer, and so in memory of his dad, he started this foundation to try to get rid of cancer. I lost a wife back in 2008 to cancer. She had cancer in her liver, and yeah, it's just a terrible disease. This affects a lot of people, and you really don't know. Don't realize how bad it is till you're touched by a friend or a family member that ends up with the disease. But yeah, hopefully one day they'll have a cure for that. Anyway, I'm here to talk about stocks. Again, I will put a link down in the description if you want to donate to help stamp out cancer. Every little bit helps. Hopefully, again, I hope one day that they can they have a cure, and maybe we'll have a world that's cancer free. Anyway, let's move on. We're talking about stocks. So I'm going to start out with my first stock. This stock, HMBL, they are a web platform to where for companies to sell their goods and stuff. They have a humble marketplace, and they have an app, mobile app. It's developed, let's see, they've got a Web3 platform being developed to seamlessly connect consumers and merchants to the digital economy across humble mobile applications. So this stock, had you got into this stock, well, it started out as Tesoro Enterprises Incorporated until February 2021. Okay, so while it was TNSP, had you bought into this stock, let's go back to (9/11) 2020. Well, if it'll stay there. At 0.0004, if you'd invested $1,000 into this stock, at that price, you would have had 2.5 million shares, 2,500,000 shares. Now, if you were fortunate enough on February 8th, 2021, which is right before probably right around when they were changing the ticker to a different symbol. They went from TNSP to HMBL. And if you had sold at, and this is just being generous because they reached $7 a share that day, it was the high, $7.72. So if you got out of there at $6.84, okay, $6.84, you would have had, now let this sink in. You started with $1,000, you bought at 0.0004, okay? You're selling at $6.84. You would now have in your brokerage account $17,100,000. And now that is a good day. So this is the power of penny stocks. and why they can be a good thing. But again, you have to be careful. You have to trade scared. Do not invest money that you can't afford to lose, or you can't stand to lose, because you got to keep a roof over your head, food on the table, clothes on your back, you know, that kind of thing. All right. So be responsible if you do get into trading penny stocks. Okay. And again, I am not a financial advisor. I am not a stock advisor. This is just something I do. This is something I'm passionate about, and I like creating videos about it. But anyway, you could have took $1,000, and that would have turned into $17,100,000. So let's just move on. Let's move on. So they have a nice website. So you could have went on OTC markets. Again, they are OTC. They're current. If you go to OTC markets and you look, they are current. They might not have been current back a year ago. The thing to look for is if they're kicking out filings and disclosures. If they're trying to kick out information, they've recently posted information, they filed, posted some filings and stuff, they're releasing news, they are trying to be open and upfront with the public. They are a real company at this point. If they're trying to be current, the last post on this one was 12/31/2020. So that's just the thing. You got to look at it. They got themselves up current. They've got the seal of approval from OTC markets. That's a good sign. Now, the next one's not quite so, they're not there right now. So let's move on to, again, I showed you they have a nice website. That's a good indication that, that this is a legit company, okay? Describing what their product is, what they're about. They got a year on the website. Yeah, so even the copyright on this 2021. So even the website's current, okay? And if you can see, they're worldwide. They're planning on this being a worldwide thing. So this stock is bound to go on up from where it has been. So we'll mention they did do a stock split. The price did come down, but still, if you bought in way back here when they were 0.0004, you're still in the plus. You could still be holding it, and you're still green. And you can see the volume weighted average is still on the upward climb. So that's just an example of what can happen with penny stocks if you invest in them. Let's go into this other one. They actually have a stop sign on them. STHC, Southland Capital. Excuse me. Santa Monica, California. So they don't list a website on the company profile. They have a stop sign, so they're dark and defunct, but still. Go back. 4, 6. And you are at 0.0004 cents. Okay? If you got into this stock at that cheap price, put $1,000 in it, you still again would have 2,500,000 shares of stock. Now, if you were fortunate enough to sell this stock on 2/24/2021 at 17 cents a share, okay, that would be $425,000. This is also a good day, all right? And a lot of this, you go out, you find some people that's talking about these stocks and social media that's doing OTC stocks, and watch what they're talking about, what they're tweeting about. Look at the stocks, see what the stocks are, do your own research. Again, though, this one is not all green like my previous stocks I had talked about, but it did make the climb up into Greenland, and that's still a good day, okay? So that being said, there's a lot to be said about investing in penny stocks. I know it gets a bad rep, and you can get stuck in some bad things, but if you just go out, and personally, I did not invest. Get out of here, out of my way, Bean. If you went out, the stop sign would have scared me about the stock. But I would have been watching the price action. I did not personally invest in this stock. I was in the other one, TNSP, and then I flipped it for a quick buck. But yeah, somebody sent me, again, I talked about this in a previous video, somebody sent me a message on Twitter and said, you know, dude, if you had just held these stocks, you would have done a lot better than trying to flip them like Tim Sykes. Tim Sykes, you know, bless his heart, he makes money, okay? And you can do like Tim Sykes and go in and you can flip in a day and make $500 here, $1,000 there, make, you know, $4,000 or $5,000. And I've done that. I made $1,000 in a day. I made $8,000 in a day. I took $400 to turn it into $8,000. But if you look at the long term, if you hold these stocks and if you see that they are doing financials, they are posting financials and trying to stay current, trying to stay public. Now this one, HMBL, they didn't for a while. There was probably a takeover, so while there was a name change, there's probably somebody bought the ticker and went to this web application and the mobile app. But, you know, you start seeing signs like this. This is positive stuff, okay? You know, 3 or 4 posts in a month right here is a good sign on this stock ticker. And again, they got themselves current, okay, and green on everything. So that's a good sign. Now this other stock may do the same thing over time. Let's see what they've done on disclosures. No, they're not. Are they? No. They've not done anything in a while. So this is one of the things that would have scared me on this. And that's probably one of the reasons I did not get into this stock. Because I have been stuck. If you get into a dead stock and SEC does a even a real stock that's live, SEC, if they do a halt on the stock, they can kill the stock price and they can kill the stock action. People will run from that stock sometimes. But if it's being active and you watch it and the price is changing and people are trading the stock actively, then that's a good sign. The volatility, that's what Tim Sykes looks for anyway when he's trading stocks. I know I want to get haters off of mentioning Tim. But Tim, bless his heart, he shoots from the hip. He's not lying to you. That man has actually, you know, he's made money. If you could follow his trades, he'll tell you every trade. He'll tell you when he loses money. Dad burn it. And you could go and you can sit and sign up for his newsletters, and he's sending you stocks every week. He's sending you messages on your phone of what he's trading. He'll tell you, I lost $10,000 or I lost $1,000, I lost $500, or I made $7,000. He tells you exactly what he's doing. You can follow every trade he does. He is public on his trades. So, I mean, you can make money doing his, but I guess my thoughts are this other person that contacted me is like, you know, if you hold long, these stocks actually turn into something over time. And a lot of them are trying to be real. They're startups. They're trying to be real companies. There's a lot of cannabis stocks. There's a lot of energy stocks. what is that? TT. I can't think the ticker. There's a one that was doing this virtual app where you go in the restaurants. I did a video a while back. I can't remember off the top of my head right now. That does a marketing app, and they're probably going to be big too. Just like HMBL. HMBL's trying to be like, they're going to be a go-to for small companies to sell their products through their apps. So, there's a lot of potential. So, all right, so I've done 3 videos on stocks that were really big hits within the past year. Within the past year that I have been aware of. Again, like some stocks, I've flipped the stocks and I've made some chump change off of these stocks. But the reality is, if I had held on these stocks, if all of these stocks, 7 stocks, if I'd held one video, let's see. One video was 1.67, 1,670,000. The second video I did was 824,678. And this video was 17,525 was the total. So those 3, if those combined, all those stocks, if I had held those stocks, got out when they peaked, I would have right now, sitting in my brokerage account, I would have $20,019,678 of gains in 1 year. That's life-changing, folks. That is life-changing. Am I saying that you're going to do this? No. Am I promising you anything? No. But I am saying if you sit back and you take just a little bit, a handful of cash that you got in savings, which is more... This is more money that the bank's going to give you on interest. The banks are not even paying interest on the money market certificates, savings accounts, your checking accounts. They're not paying anything on interest, okay? So think of this like a savings account or something. But do your research, look at the company, and look at what they're all about. Look at the tweets on Twitter. Look them up on OTC Markets. Look at Investors Hub. See what people's saying about it. Some people's going to hate on some of these stocks. People were hating on these stocks that spiked that turned out to be a $20 million gain in 1 year, just off of $7,000. You turn $7,000 into $20 million, that's a good year. That's I'm calling my boss and saying I'm retiring early money. And I beg you, if you do make good on trades like this, if you do get this kind of a profit trading the penny stocks, do not go blow it on. Don't go out and buy a Lamborghini, or be realistic. Sit back. That's your nest egg to live off of the rest of your life, to live comfortably the rest of your life, and then continue the trade. Look for the next win. Okay, look for the next stock that could be something. But do the research, see what the stock's about, trade the sectors, trade energy. The cannabis stocks are good. They're hot right now. Lithium, anything that's where people's creating batteries, building batteries. There's a lot of startups for building batteries for these electric cars. There's EV stocks. Like Blue Spear. Still think Blue Spear is going to be a good hit. It's had a tough year. It got halted because SEC thought people were pumping the stock. I'm watching some people, and I've also done my own videos for Blue Spear, BLSP. I'm not trying to pump it. I believe in the stock. The stock, if you just a short time, 3-4 years ago, was $10 a share. I think it can go back up to $10 a share. It's sub penny right now. I think it's a good buy. I really feel it's a good buy. I am personally in that stock. I am holding for the long term for that stock. If the management on that stock can turn things around, let's go to Blue Spear. Let's go to OTC Markets. So they got skull and crossbones because they got halted by the SEC. Okay, but they are a real company. They are a real company. You go to their website, go to the new tab. They are a real company. They're taking. I've called the company and asked if they were hiring, and they transferred me to the HR department to talk to the HR person. And they said, we'll call you. If you want a job, we'll call you. We'll give you a job. They're like less than a day's drive. They're in North Carolina, but their home office. But they've got locations all over the world. Projects. Charlotte, North Carolina. So they're within a day's drive from my house, okay, here in Tennessee. But they've got plant in Netherlands, they got a plant in Rhode Island, they've got one in North Carolina, they've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in Italy. I think they're going to do well over time. They've got a current website. Disclosures. So they've not done anything since 2019. If they would start releasing news, if they would get it themselves current in this next year and get this skull and crossbones off of them, if they go release their financials to OTC Markets, SEC, they will get this skull and crossbones to turn into a stop sign, and then over time the stop sign will go away. But it's up to corporate management to do this kind of thing. So yeah, it's been a while since they've reported anything. I wish they would do that. I would like to see this stock do dividends. That'd be a good reason for people to stay invested in the company. Dividends are a good way to make some money in the stock market. It's like your interest on your savings account, even though you're probably going to gain more in dividends off of the dividend stocks than you are off your savings. The reality of it. So anyway, I do believe in Blue Spear. I believe that over time, I think they're going to pull out of this. But these are just examples of companies that can do well. And I really believe in the penny stocks that, yeah, they can do well. If you can go and look and do your research and find the ones that are really working to help the stock and to turn the stock into something. Some of these right here are trying to be on the NASDAQ, okay? They're trying to be listed on NASDAQ and be a real company like Apple and IBM and Ford and Chevrolet and any of these big old-time companies. So, again, I am not a financial advisor. I'm not a stock advisor. Just a fella. I'm just an old man in Tennessee, a lonely old man in Tennessee trading stocks. Again, I'm going to put a link down there to this cancer foundation that you can, if you're looking for a donation, this is tax time. If you're looking for a last minute donation, that's a good charity to donate to. They're working toward a cure for cancer, and I highly recommend them. Again, I've got the T-shirt, so you know that I am totally invested in this this foundation, this charity. So. Anyway, that's my 2 cents. I appreciate you checking out my video. I look forward to you looking into my future videos. I will be coming out with more. And do your own research. Look at these stocks. I invite you to look at these stocks. I'm going to post the links from my previous 2 videos on these stocks to where I got the $20 million. I invite you to do your own research, look at these stocks, what they did, and make your own decisions. And again, I stress, be careful. If you do invest in penny stocks, I stress that you be careful that you do it. Research the stocks. Go out to OTC markets, look at their disclosures. If they're actually releasing news, financials to their stockholders to keep people informed, trying to be transparent to the stockholders. That's really what helps the stocks. And again, that's what Blue Spear's going to have to do to come out of this slump they're in right now. Is because right now green energy, and that's what they are, is a green energy stock. Green energy is a thing, and that stock, I do sincerely, from the bottom of my heart, believe they can hit $10 a share again. But it won't be overnight. But I do think if they turn around, if management turns around this year and starts releasing financials, try to get themselves current, I think they can pull this stock out and really cause the stock to go up. And the company's real. The company exists. They are doing real things, and they are green energy. And the government, right now the Democrats are in power, and they are behind green energy stocks. They are behind going green and trying to help the environment. So anyway, I'm going to quit rambling on. I appreciate you coming and stop by my video. I appreciate if you click the like button. If you're not subscribed, subscribe to the channel, because I will be coming out with more videos, Lord willing. And trade scared, trade informed, and do not invest anything that you cannot afford to lose, because you can lose in the stock market. Just be wise and be cautious about what you're trading in. Again, this is Jerry D in Tennessee, lonely old man in Tennessee, trading stocks. And I hope you have a good Friday, and I hope to see you in the next video. Thank you. Hey, thanks for coming by. Glad you checked out the video. I hope you liked it. If you like it, please click on the like button. And if you're not subscribed to the channel, would like to invite you to subscribe to my channel. May God bless you, and I hope you have a good day. Bye.